my personal bike, custom built on a Paco frame with a Sportster engine. I did it about 6 years ago for the big mountain run for the Sportster Challenge. And actually, we're the ones, we came up with the idea for the Sportster Challenge, kick our own asses a little bit and get our bikes done. Me and a couple of their buddies. Like I said, it's a Paco frame. I picked the frame up from a buddy of mine, Poncho from Ohio. Flat fender that a guy at work gave me. Another guy that we worked with had passed on to him. It came off of his pan head. The gas tank, RJ from Cutting Edge Customs gave me. A lot of the fab work up there, I was learning a lot from RJ. The headlight, I have a pair of them. It's one of the driving lights off one of my dad's old pickups. Bob Streets, when he painted the bike for me, cleaned up the headlight and he painted the bucket. He called me and he said, you know, this headlight is solid brass. And it apparently was a boat light. Well, I even found the logo in it, so he taped off the logo in it, painted the bucket black like I wanted, and then cleared the whole thing and sealed it so the logo's still in there. So many friends came in to help me. The bike's called Brother Love. All the brothers that came together to help me put this bike together. It's a Sportster engine that I basically just built out of bits and pieces that I had gathered over time. The lead sled pan rocker boxes and the lead sled kicker kit to it. A Bung King oil tank kit, tall sissy bar. I just picked up some round stock and some stainless bungs from Bung King, and we bent that up at RJ's shop. Everybody keeps asking about the floorboards because they have the shape of the Harley floorboards, but they're smaller. Literally took stock Harley floorboards and sectioned about 1.5 inches, 2 inches out of the middle of them and welded them back together, and then we made our own controls off of them there. There's all the questions out and about the DNA springers. Were they strong? Were they strong? 6 years it's been my daily ride. Built our own little gusset block in it, more to make it, I mean, it added some strength to it, but the gussets added a little shape and design to them was what we're really going for when we added that. It's a kick-only bike. We moved the starter and went with a small AGM battery mounted on its side and built a tray that bolts into the starter position. I actually did the chop on the cam cover. Small one is Harbor Freight upright metal cutting bandsaws. It has zippers, adjustable push rods in it. It's an old LePera seat that I stumbled across, place up in Morgantown, West Virginia, called Smack Jack and Whack. Recovered it, and then they put foam in the vinyl when they stitched the diamond pattern in to make it pop a little bit. If we were doing the handlebars on it, hours, so just working back and forth exactly where my hands were going to be perfect, and then we welded up the bars. You try to hold your feet up and you can't, so we were piling blocks up to get my feet exactly where I wanted them and what angle I wanted them. Everything on the bike is basically built around me. I love riding this motorcycle. The Sportster is a great platform to build a custom off of.